What is going on, guys? It is Teeoh here, and obviously I am back with the pickups. In this episode, I'll be focusing on my pickups from Rogers Flea Market in Ohio. Yes, I went back there, and this is actually the same day I went on the 1st of July, so I'm not sure if this is going up. I assume a few days after, maybe, whatever. But whenever it goes up, it was on the 1st, so if it goes up after 4th of July, happy 4th. If it goes up before 4th of July, hope you have a good 4th, so use the dates accordingly for that celebration of a holiday. So anyways, went to Rogers, and as you know, or some of you might know, the last time I went there, my wallet got stolen. This time there was no issue with that, thankfully. And best thing was I ended up going with 6 of my great friends. Jake, Cammy, CJ, Palooka, Dan, and Bednar. So, those web channels will be listed down below. You can go check them out. Obviously, Jacob Mohawk's plugged himself in this so many times on my channel, so you should already be automatically subscribed to him if you're subscribed to me. That's how it should work. But, anyways, we went this morning at about, 6:30. We left at 6:30 in the morning. Went to eat breakfast about 7:30. Got to Rogers about 9:30, maybe? Because we ate breakfast about an hour, then we drove another hour, whatever. So we got to Rogers about 9:20, 9:30-ish. And, you know, at first it was kind of slow for me, but then my pickups seemingly progressed. And the strangest thing, most of my pickups were actually from game vendors. Like, it's kind of weird. No, actually it's about 50-50. So, like, they both had their high points and their low points. But it all adds up in the end. It really does, and it was actually a pretty good day. I don't know if it beats out my previous trip. I mean, it's kind of like comparing apples to oranges, to be completely honest, as far as that goes. And do you want to not text me? As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, it's comparing apples to oranges. But, you know, they both were great. So anyways, let's get right down to business here. So, my first pickup, we're walking down, because we parked on the east side, I believe. I think. Whatever. So, we went over there, we parked there, and we're walking through for about 10-15 minutes. I think at this point in time, I've already gone solo. I don't actually go solo, they kind of just abandoned me, everyone else, so going on my own, which I kind of expected to happen, but anyways, so I'm walking out of the corner of my eye on my left. I pan over because I do this panning system where I just kind of see if there's anything that sticks out to me because I can look for stuff, and if not, you know, if I don't see anything, I'll just end up going slowly through each. But I do the quick pan, and then I saw a milk crate. I saw a milk crate sitting there, and I'm like, the hell's that? And I look inside, and I'm like, ooh, okay. I asked the guy what you wanted. He said 10. And I asked him if he could do 5, and I'm looking through. He's like, why? I'm like 10. I'm like, whoa, it's actually missing a controller here, which I realized, it actually is. And it's like, yeah, you can have 5 for the whole bin. So inside this milk crate here, not a bin. I don't know why I said bin, but the milk crate. The big thing here, we have a Coleco Telstar Ranger system. I've honestly never heard of this. I'll be the first to tell you, I've never heard of this. I would assume obviously it seems like it's definitely a Pong clone. Definitely before they came out with the ColecoVision. But it's actually really cool. No doubt. And I actually didn't realize this is a part of it, but it does come with a light gun revolver. You cock it back and you... Unfortunately, it'd be really cool if the barrel could pop out. But, that's actually really cool of a gun. Yeah, Coleco Enterprises. Is there a date on this, by any chance? No, there isn't. So if any of you guys can give me some more information about the Telstar Ranger, I mean, I'll probably learn some of it on my own, but if you guys have any more, I guess, more like did you know information rather than general information, please let me know. I'd greatly appreciate that. This was a really good start to the day. Oh, God. We have also in this lot, there was an Atari controller, which, whatever, joystick, common as shit. This was unexpected. The dude had a PAL PlayStation 1 game in there. Checkmate 2. My second PAL one in like a few episodes. So, it's complete. Good shape. I don't know why it was in there, but hey, another PAL PS1 game, sure. And this was really cool. It is a hat. Unfortunately, the snapback's broken, but I can probably repair it. It is Atari National Pac-Man Day. Or as I like to call it, it looks like a Make Atari Great Again hat. I'll call it that. Make Atari Great Again. It's from 1982. I mean, this thing has definitely seen better days, but this thing is actually really cool. I don't know the significance of National Pac-Man Day or anything like that. I'll probably do some more research. Oh my god, research. But like I said, same with this one. If you have any like did you knows, please let me know. That'd be awesome. And then next up here was a $20 lot. And this is the first time, you know, I went to like a game vendor, I guess. Someone who's like specifically there, you know. No, this was kind of like a dual one. They had like other stuff, but they also had like video games. Like they knew what they were doing with the video games, but they also had like just the random like flea market stuff, which I guess whatever. And spent $20 here. First up, the first thing I noticed, this was like in like a $3 pile or a 2 for $5 pile, and everything else was just whatever. So I got this. We got Shrek Super Party for the GameCube. You know, nothing spectacular, just need it for the collection. And then next up, had this marked for 15, but the whole entire lot bundled out to 20, so whatever it divvies out to. But I got Blazing Dragons on the PS1. Now, I've heard a lot of great things about this game, actually from Carly's mom. You've seen Carly way too many times on the channel to count. But her mom was telling me before that this was a game that she played whenever Carly was... I think it's both here. It was either right after she was born or whenever she was pregnant with her. So this is a game she would always, you know, rant and rave to me about. So finally got it. So, Jerry, you want after everything? You want? I'll give it to you. I don't care. And also, the dude was actually a dude and a woman. They had a bin full of like manuals and just boxes and inserts. So this was the 50-cent box, and I picked out 12 things, which made the bundle. So we have an NES box for Vegas Dream with the manual in it, so yeah, I'll take that. We got Tengen Roadrunner for the NES. Sega Saturn Choice Cuts, which is a DVD preview thing. Batman Returns manual for the Sega CD. Cobra Command manual for the Sega CD. A really freaking cool, and I might want to get this framed actually. A cool Ren and Stimpy Super Nintendo poster. Let me open this. There you go. Yeah. This is so cool. I mean, obviously, it came with one of the games, but it's too cool to me. It's too cool to me. So I might frame that, I'll consider. And we got an Atari Lynx game manual for Gauntlet, the third encounter. That is so hard to read. Holy crap. We got a Game Gear instruction manual. The Game Boy Player startup disc little box sleeve, which is actually pretty cool. I can use that. Yeah. This is supposed to be a preview DVD for just some GameCube stuff. It had a really cool just box art case thing, so snagged it. We have the Atari Jaguar console guide. Like, what the hell? Why is this 50 cents? And then we have a Genesis instruction guide. So, really good amount of stuff there. Really cool things for about $20 in total. Especially, you know, with the Blazing Dragons pickup and, you know, another for the collection. You know, I wasn't going to complain. And more random little things like that are going to pop up on this. And some of the stuff that I got is really freaking awesome. And actually, this was the last thing in the first, I guess the first section I will call it. Because after I got these pickups, everyone else ended up, oh, that was loud. Everyone else ended up bailing to go home because actually, ironically enough, my parents, oh my god, I gotta stop banging things. My parents decided to come as well because, you know, they took a separate car because they wanted to, you know, go look around and plus get Amish donuts, which, Amish donuts, duh. Anything Amish is superb. But anyways, this is the last thing I got before I went over and had to grab my stuff from CJ's car. Or the man van. Sorry, the man van. And before they left. So I got for $6.50 here. $6.50, not $650. That'd be ridiculous. We got 2 wireless Guitar Hero controllers for the 360, which I still need to clean up. And I'll do that literally right after this video. It's been bugging me. And I have no idea why I got this, honestly. I assumed it would be for the 360 too, but I was wrong. It's for the Wii. We got the shred board. I regret this. I really do, but whatever. I own it now. Whether it's my choice or not, I own it. So anyways, after they left, I went back into the flea market, obviously, because there's still so much of the flea market I haven't looked at, because apparently, in a 2-hour time frame, they ended up looking at the entire flea market, which I personally find hard to believe, but apparently they did. Or maybe they just thought, I don't know. They maybe just didn't know it was as big. Whatever. But they walked through it all, and they just decided to go home. They were tired, so it's like, whatever. So they left. And, you know, I feel like they enjoyed themselves, so I don't care they left. I really don't. I'll stop harping on that for whatever reason. So I went back with my folks, and there's I hit up a couple game vendors here in this first little spiel of things. And this is a lot for $23. $3 was Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius GameCube Complete. Jimmy Neutron plus GameCube Collection, so duh. And then these 2 Wii U games I got for $20. Actually, 5 and 15. The first one is $5. Epi. Oh my god, EpiPen. What am I talking about? Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2. So $5 complete. Why not? And then for the Wii U also, they got Sonic Lost World, and it's a modern Sonic game. It's probably not good. Obviously, it's not good, but, you know, whatever. And I'm kind of trying to get some cheaper Wii U titles because I'm still considering going for the complete set. You know, because it's destined to be one of those consoles. Like, you can just tell it's going to be one of those consoles. So I'm kind of slowly picking up some stuff and, you know, see if I want to, you know, hit the ground running and just go after it. But yeah, that was cool to get $23 for all that. And this was $3. First up here we have missing little artwork and manual disc only here. That's what it's called. Jesus Christ. Mortal Kombat Deception on the GameCube. It's in rough shape, but you know, another GameCube case. Whatever. It was worth it. And then also we got Guitar Hero, Van Halen. You know, my goal is to try to get all the Guitar Hero games on the 360 because my friends and I love to play them when we hang out. So another one to add to the list. Freaking cool. And then another game vendor. I was there for a little bit, and this was part of it was in their half off table. And this, what I'm going to show you, was originally $6, was half off for $6, and what else I showed you was going to be 50 cents, but he just threw it in for free, so $6 in total. Here we have, for the Sega Saturn, missing the actual door, but Pacific Theater of Operation 2. Missing the door, like I said, it's in there, you know, freaking awesome. Was not expecting to actually get Saturn stuff, but I did, and you'll see more, actually. And then, Dreamcast, backing art manual for Metropolis. That was awful pronunciation. It's horrible. Metropolis Street Racer. You know, back art, whatever. Yeah, that was cool. And then I ended up splitting off from my folks at this point in time, and I went on my own to explore the rest of the flea market, which I hadn't explored yet. I mean, I did before, but not in this run through. And I walked through the other section. I didn't find anything. I really didn't in my first glances. So I started, you know, going back and getting more specific. You know, like I said, I do the whole pan thing, and if I don't find anything, I start digging in specifically. At least I hope I said that, I think. If not, you're hearing it twice, then good for you. At least you know that now, especially now. So, you know, on my way back, I'm like, all right, I'm going to just, you know, start looking at everything specifically. First thing was for $5 here, and this was not gaming, but this is still freaking awesome. This woman was selling records, and she had a freaking picture, you know, a Paul McCartney picture, so I thought, why not get the dead man in a picture frame, you know? I'll hang this up eventually because, you know, I don't know what. As I have so many things I need to hang up, we'll find a place for this. But in case you didn't know, I am a humongous Beatles fan. A humongous Beatles fan. I'll be honest, I spent so much time during, like, I guess, the late hours or real N-word hours, as it's commonly known as on Twitter. I spent a lot of time looking up the, you know, the Paul is dead hoax theory, which I personally believe is not a hoax. But that's a whole other video. That's something completely separate. But, you know, for $5 for that, you know, as a big Beatles fan, I thought that was freaking awesome. And then we started to get to some semi-miscellaneous pickups, but it picks back up. Ha 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 ha, irony. So, for $1 here, I had to get this. Dude, where's my car? This movie is so goddamn funny. So funny. If you actually haven't seen it, watch it. Plain and simple. And along with that, I ended up getting 2 Pikachus for $1. So, yeah, these are cool. And then also, there's a guy who had like a bunch of pins for movie theaters. So apparently, he worked at a movie theater. And for some reason, he had a few of these, and I picked the best one. Ready to Rumble boxing pin. Obviously, you know that game, so pin for that was freaking cool. And then these were $1 in total. And we got Legends of Rock and World Tour. So these obviously, you know, I try to stock up on the Guitar Heroes if I can get it for dirt cheap, which I usually do. So because people still want them nowadays because they're like, they sold off the Guitar Hero stuff years ago and it's like, I want to play Guitar Hero again. So I got the guitars, I got the games, and it's just like, I'm like their drug dealer when it comes to Guitar Hero or other video game stuff. It's actually a really concerning comparison. But anyways, up next. Yes, let me grab this real quick too. Oh yes, this is a part of this. This was what I'm showing you. This was I got 4 VHS tapes for $1. Why is my Xbox One on? Jesus Christ! Everything is just interrupting me. These were $1 in total. We got Three Stooges, False Alarms. The Three Stooges doesn't give much of specifics. Laurel and Hardy at Work, and Laurel and Hardy in Utopia. So I thought these classic comedies were fantastic to get, especially the Stooges. I've personally never seen Laurel and Hardy. I know, kill me, but you know, at least now I have the opportunity to explore their comedy. And speaking of the Stooges, I got this later in the day, but it's appropriate now, I guess. For $5, got a little vinyl sign with the Three Stooges 75th anniversary. Freaking awesome. My dad is a big Stooges fan, and he got me into the Stooges as well. And I mean, it shouldn't, with the Stooges, it's one of those things where it shouldn't take somebody else to get you into them. They're just that funny. And just, you're able to get yourself into them. You know, it's that simple. So, if you've never watched the Three Stooges for whatever reason, go watch some, please. Just look up YouTube clips. They're bound to be on there, whether they are legally on there or not, you know, based upon copyright. But definitely watch some Three Stooges. They're amazing. And on my way back, when I was doing like the specific run-throughs, I didn't notice this before, and I'm like, I noticed it the second time I walk, I'm like, oh my god, that's too cool. So I sit there, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I asked the guy, how much you want for it? He's like, well, make me an offer. I'm something I really didn't know about, but it was so cool. And I'm like, you do $5? And I was like, no, I couldn't, because somebody actually was offering me 20 on it before. They're like, oh, if I had the money, I would buy it, but they said 20. So I pondered it for a few minutes, and I said, let's pull the trigger. So $20 on this. I ended up actually talking to the two guys who were there for about 10 minutes, give or take. They're good people. We were talking about older video games, and obviously, it's an older video game. And what was the first thing I showed you in the video? A Pong clone. So what am I going to show you next? Another Pong clone. In the box, the Telematch 4. Like, what? And again, I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this. And it comes with 4 games advertised. We have tennis ping pong, because apparently they need to be separated. Hockey, handball racquetball, and singles handball, which that should already just be one game. So that's kind of bullshit. They're cheaping you out. And then it's got features, basic stuff. There's instructions to set up. It's a basic box, but the artwork on it, it's really cool. And I mean, the box is slightly water damaged and kind of just, you know, aged, but it's in pretty damn good shape for what it is. Unfortunately, it's missing its actual instruction manuals. I'm not going to take this thing fully out of the box, but I can take out some of the wires here just so you can see it. And yeah, the other controller is just dangling here, but basically what it looks like, and it's freaking cool. Like, then again, I'm gonna do my general research on it, but if you have any of like, did you know information about this, and you know what I mean by that by now at least. If you have any of that kind of information, please don't hesitate to tell me down below, because I'm always interested in learning more about gaming history and just learning something new in general. So please let me know if you got any more info on this that is not generally classified as common information, because this thing is freaking cool. And how many times have I actually said that in this video? I don't know. But 2 Pong clone consoles in one flea market haul. That's awesome. So to wrap this video up here, I ended up finding another section of the park. Jesus Christ. What is this, a Kennywood vlog? Another section of the flea market that I had not looked through because I ended up actually forgetting about it. I'm like, oh, this exists. So I looked through, and I actually ended up finding some stuff. So for $2, even though it says $3, I got another PS1 controller with the DualShock analog sticks. Missing, it's not. God, it has all the pins. I'm leaving that in there just because I'm struggling with words, and I have no idea why I am. But words are being struggled with. And paid $12.50 for this, and especially you Pittsburghers out there are probably going to cringe at what this man did to this poor Xbox. But he did it, and, you know, hint, hint, it's an Xbox 360. Actually, you just knew it was an Xbox, so I spoiled it for you. Damn it. But the dude had issues. It's so that's for parts repair on here. Red ring when started. He wanted $20 for it. I talked him down to $12.50. It also came with a game that's inside of it, and I have no idea where the case is for that. But oh, here's the case for it. Saints Row the Third is stuck inside of that bastard. Missing, of course, missing its manuals. Freaking fantastic, dude. But $12.50, we got a freaking 360, and yes, the dude loaded it up with Patriots slap-on stickers. So any Pittsburgher right now is probably cringing very hard, but any Patriots fan is kind of celebrating right now. Or if you're mutual, then stay that way. But, you know, still, I mean, it's a pretty cool skin, I must say. It's a pretty cool skin. Came with the Nyko intercooler on the back. And personally, I was thinking that would be like why this thing's red ringing, but it's not. So I don't know. I'll have to do some more testing on this, figure out what's going on with it. And also, it does come with a 60 gigabyte hard drive, which is another reason I got this. You know, it's always nice, you know, just to see what a person has saved on there. You know, especially, you know, if they have like map packs or full games or whatever, just transfer them over, call it a day. Well, somehow, some way, yeah, you can do that. So you'll find a way to make it work. At least I will. So, the hell am I even saying anymore? God damn. So, up next, I spent a couple bucks on these. You know, these are actually $1 a piece. I'm struggling with English. Jeez, it's my first language. Anyways, for $1 here, we got Sesame Street Elmo's A to Zoo Adventure, the video game. I bought this because this actually might be an awfully hilarious / cringeworthy Let's Play video. Game candidate. Yeah. Nothing more to that. And then I actually picked this up. Why am I being called? Now I'm being called in the video? Ugh. This is not working well. Anyways, I bought this, you know, obviously because, you know, there's a reason behind it. Well, ain't that obvious? Jesus Christ. It Just Dance 4 on the Wii. Yeah. That landed on the clone console. It's in a case. We're fine. That's not a good way to treat your video games. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. But anyways, because at this point in time, actually during this, my folks were like, hey, you know, want to meet up, you know, to eat something. So I'm like, whatever. So I finished up with this, and I was walking back, and then I ended up finding another video game vendor, which I wasn't expecting to find. So of course I made a pit stop there, because duh. And I ended up looking through the bins they had below the main stuff, which he's like, oh, you know, they're just full of commons, right? Just like, whatever, I'm still gonna look. And I'm glad I looked, because I ended up getting everything you're about to show you for $11, and I'll tell you what was a throw-in and what wasn't. These right now were not throw-ins. In the first bin I found, there was a 3DO game. A 3DO game at a flea market. What? Why? And why is this not out being sold? It's sitting in a damn bin with commons. I mean, literally, the whole bin was plagued with N64 and Super Nintendo sports games. It was hideous, but there's the diamond in the rough. Crash and Bash on the 3DO. Apparently, it's the not for resale edition too, so I'd imagine this came bundled with the console? I don't know much about the 3DO, nor does a lot of other people. Nor do a lot of other people. Like I said, English is my first language. So, still freaking awesome for that. He actually wanted $5 for it, but in a lot, you know, it works out, whatever. I also found a 3DO interactive sampler. It is the third one. So that's freaking cool. That was $1, Pete. That was $1. And for the Dreamcast, found this disc only. Also, we got Centipede. So, this is already $7, and at this point in time, it's already worth it. And then, this was $1. Found another bin. For the Dreamcast again, we have Unreal Tournament. Need it. Unfortunately, not complete, but I need it for the collection, so that's awesome. And this was $3. Why did you give this to me for $3, dude? I don't know, but I'll take it. God bless you. My second copy of this game. I had my copy since like childhood. I bought it. I think I still have the original receipt for it. I bought it in 2004 at the exchange for $1. Now I spent $3 on it again. It's like a $30 game for whatever freaking reason, and that is NBA hoops. I've done a fucking hair. I don't know what is that. Ugh. Anyways, I actually did a Let's Play on this before, just like 3 years ago for whatever reason. I was like a lot younger, but this game is so much fun. This game is so much fun, and especially for $3, I can give somebody else the experience, like a friend of mine. If they want it, trade it to them or just give it to them, whatever. NBA hoops, yeah. And then everything else here was just thrown in, which he didn't have to do, but I appreciated. I'm looking at another bin of stuff, and I see some Saturn cases just kind of sprawled about. They're broken, but whatever. The manuals were in there. He's like, we can just have them. So I basically have, the hinge is broken, but just missing disc of Shanghai Triple Threat. I mean, it's about a $10 game complete, but still, why? I was appreciative, but I took it. And same thing, but it's missing the entire door. NHL 97. I mean, I already have this, like, complete. Yeah, I do, but then again, I'll take it. Also, we get the manual for Quarterback Attack with Mike Ditka. Quarterback Attack. That is They tried with the title, they really did. And also, the manual for Joe Montana's NFL Football for the Sega CD. Shoe-in, obviously sports, but whatever. Still, shoe-in. And lastly, the guy threw it in, he's like, oh, it's probably just scratched to hell anyway, so you can just take it. Give me a Sega CD game for free. Lethal Enforcers. Thank you? The funniest part is, I look at the disc. There's some scratches, but it's not even that bad. He's like, oh, it probably looks awful. Let me show you awful. Let me eject this disc right now from my computer. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 Triple Thrill Pack. This is my one from childhood. I don't know if that's exactly visible, but this thing literally looks like I took keys and just kind of went at her, like I dragged a fork all across this thing. It still plays perfectly fine. But he basically thought that this would be like this, which it's like, okay, dude, thanks for the assumption because I made out with it. So, whatever. $11 for that. Free game, free cases. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. And my computer beat because I put the disc back in. Great. So, anyways, that's all that I got from Rogers. It was a freaking fun time. It really was. I made out with a lot of awesome things. A lot of free stuff. A lot of stuff I didn't even know existed. There's a lot of cool things in general. Stuff, that you're probably thinking, I think it's Guitar stuff. Why'd you buy that? And I explained that, well, because there's a market for them, especially my friend group. So, and really? Oh my god, this is going to be one of those videos, isn't it? Great. But, there's reasons I buy things, and the 360, get it to work, sell it off, whatever. Plus the hard drive. And, yeah. I think if you were in my situation, you try to, stock up on some those cheaper manuals, especially for the boxes, whatever. Just, yeah, just cool stuff like that. So anyways, that's all that I got. Like I said, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, please give a thumbs up down below. If you've ever been to Rogers, let me know what your best haul was from there. I'm really looking forward to hearing that because I know some people have had great hauls and have had absolute droughts there. So if you're somewhere in between that spectrum, or if you are the extremes of that spectrum, let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing that. So anyways, once again, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.